Hey guys, this is Hayden back from the nest, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Minecraft Reloaded. We're going to be doing a little bit of work on the foundation to the house. I also have some chests, which each of these needs to be filled completely accordingly with different things. Well, I mean, they don't need to be completely filled, but that would be a nice stretch goal, would be to completely fill each of them. Not necessary, though. I believe Squid, yep, Squid is on the world. We built him, well, I built him a little, like, cabin hut at the guild hall, because his house, I've heard he has a house somewhere. Jason said to pretend we don't know about it for the series, but what I will say is that I don't have to pretend I don't know about it, because I literally know nothing about it. Location, look, general idea of it, it could be fake, it could be a non-existent thing for all I know. So, yeah, I know very little about it. All I know is that I've been told that somewhere within the world far away exists a small half-completed house. And Squid was considering getting rid of it because of how far away it was. It was inconvenient to be moving back and forth at the time. So I built him a cabin addition onto the guild hall, since he's pretty much the one running and managing the guild quests. So he has somewhere to come back to. I'm gonna breed my sheeps, of course. I mean, I could use the wheat farm for food, but I mean, who actually makes bread out of wheat? I have access to carrots and potatoes that I haven't planted yet because, I don't know. I also have all these eggs I could be doing something with. And you want to know what I decided to do with them? Chickens. Chickens. That's what I decided to do with them. I decided baby chickens were the way to go. I breed the chickens, I get more of the chickens using the eggs. Just gonna fill this entire area up with chickens. I always like to crush as many chickens into a small area as possible, because then occasionally you just get free food because they crush themselves to death, which is morbid. See, I have a carrot, and I know there's a potato somewhere back at the dwarven base, and I have some cows over there I'm not doing anything with currently. Tell you what, I'll go and breed them right now. So, I don't have many ideas. So I have ideas for the actual house that I can't implement 100% yet, because I want the video to not have to take... I don't want the building video to be split into a bunch of different parts. I want it to be relatively done quickly, or done relatively quickly. And so, I'm gonna do it in increments, which would make it drag out longer. I'm sorry, I'm trying to describe... Oh, I bumped my mic again. I'm trying to describe this in a way that makes sense. Okay, so I don't want the house to drag on... Oh, nice. Nice. I don't want the house to drag on forever. In Minecraft proper, one of them, I had that house that was modeled after my real-life house, which was, to be completely honest with you, probably the best model of my real-life house I've ever built in Minecraft. But I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to have a bunch of episodes where the house isn't even partially complete. Because I always feel like I want to build stuff like that on camera. Stuff relating to Squid I build off camera, like the cabin and the guild hall, because those aren't series related. They're just gameplay related. Although I will showcase them because they exist. But, like, I don't know. I think just doing something like this. This is the plan for me anyway, is just to... Yes, always. I have one. I have a diamond pickaxe that was made using the dwarven forts. It was made using the dwarven fort diamonds. Back in, like, episode 2 or whatever, when Jason was still playing actively. He's still playing! I shouldn't say that as though he's quit. He's definitely still playing, he just isn't, currently on. He isn't currently playing because of his, I don't know, personal life business. So that's whatever. Sleep. Alright. I'm gonna sleep. See you guys when, you know what, I don't know. It shouldn't take very long. I can't lift my head. I'm stuck. Okay, hey guys, we're back. It's morning. He had to get somewhere. Squid had to get somewhere where he could sleep first, so it took a second. Let's grab some wool and some cobblestone and some logs and get to work on this. Some of you probably already have an idea of what this is going to look like. It's fairly obvious based on my build history, but you know. I just did that, didn't I? Alright, so I'm not really sure how we're going to connect this, but I'm considering doing something like this, maybe? Like, turning some... I'm not really sure how I should go about this. Possibly something like this, where I do like a floor connected here. This is the first floor, and then we put in some... Let's grab some, I don't know. I don't know what we should... I feel like we have to fill in those gaps right there, but I'm not sure what we should fill them in with, so I was considering doing, these. Also, we have more stone bricks I didn't notice that were in here. I can put those in with the, I got a grass block from killing an enderman. Pretty cool, right? We can build a sky island or something and have it be grassed. Yeah, I mean, normally I would just build a staircase up out of dirt. Alright, Squid had to leave. Normally I would just build a staircase up to the sky island out of dirt and wait until the grass spread up, and then break the staircase afterwards. But with a grass block, we can cheat the system and build a sky island at some point. Or something. Or build grass underground. Which again wouldn't be that hard with the staircase. But you know what, yeah, whatever. We have it, we can use it at some point maybe. Who knows? I don't, nah. Alright, house. Grab some more of these. Let's head on over there and see what we can do with this. So I was thinking if this would look good or not. I was like, I don't know, it looks kind of weird. Should I do it? Maybe. And so I wasn't really sure whether or not I would go through with this design. But I realized that if I do this on both corners, we can fill this in on both sides. Just trying to make this whole thing look cool, which is difficult. Also, once again, this needs to be, this can't be filled in like this because it has to be a solid, so put in an extra layer there. And then do something like this, and then yeah, we did it. Problem solved. That was surprisingly easy. The first floor is complete, and we have a decently cool looking opener. In fact, we could do something like this. Let me build a dirt staircase on both sides, so we can get up and around and look at some stuff. Something like this. Make it a solid basin. That kind of looks nice. I could roll with that. So then we go like this. Go. I guess I need to put one in the front as well. Not nearly as big of a staircase, which I guess it's not that big to begin with, but you know, whatever. Pop on up here, break this. Alright, let's take a look at that. That's not bad. That's a cool looking base. It might even be cooler if we got rid of these like side blocks and just had it go straight up. Like if we got rid of these, and then just had it like solidify down somehow. I don't know. Something like this. Because, I mean, I was putting these in just as, like, based on a design from back in the day. But I think it looks pretty cool like that. Although, we might want it to have that basin effect. It might look cool if we just made it, like, shrink like this. Like, if we gave it a block in between, it might give it, like, a less, jarring effect. I don't know. It can all be edited and messed with over time. Alright, so I'm going to use oak wood to secure a... I'm going to use oak wood to make sticks, to make ladders, because I have some... Squid said he might get me some oak wood as well. He said he was willing to try and help a bit, which was super appreciated. Squid, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Not a call out, but a shout out. Shout out to you. You are just like, you're an MVP, and I think that goes underappreciated sometimes. So I just thought I'd let you know. You are an MVP. 100%. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut ahead to when we build the next layer. The next part up. So I'll see you then. So this is what I got to when I realized that it felt like this was definitely going to end up being, it felt like this was going to end up too tall. And so I decided to, I decided that it would be for the best to possibly cap this. Or, yeah, possibly cap this off somehow. It looks cool. I'm gonna build it over here where the pen is for these cows instead. I know I said I was gonna build it. I know I said I was gonna build it where it is, but it wasn't gonna work. So I guess it's going over where the cows are instead, because it ended up being way too tall. So you know, it's a shame, but I can't change it. I mean, I could just dig out the whole side of the cave, but that's a little that's a little excessive, is what I was gonna say. However, I sneezed, so that did not get said. So their new pen is gonna be way smaller. That's okay, because we only have like 4 cows currently, so I'm not particularly worried about. I'm not particularly worried about oversize pen size. I don't plan on expanding our cow supply anytime soon. At some point we'll have a proper farm where we actually farm cows, but currently there's no need for such a thing, so we're not gonna have one. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut ahead to when this is demolished and built over here. I guess I won't demolish it, I'll just build it over here and then demolish this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut ahead to when I'm gonna sleep, and then cut ahead to when the thing is shifted. See. Alright, hey guys, we're back. It's been quite a while. For me. For you guys, it's only been probably a couple seconds, at most. I did a bit of extra work. Fun fact, when I'm building or something and I don't have any music I particularly want to listen to, a lot of times I'll put on a Game Grumps playlist. I really like Game Grumps, and will commonly listen to them, to fill the void of the lack of sound, and I totally just got into like a process of it. So I added an extra layer that I'm not totally sure about. I'm thinking maybe it looks decent. The first two layers. So this has turned out to be more of like a crazy castle tower kind of thing. That's just gonna progressively get bigger as it goes up. And at some point I'll utilize the 1.13 up mechanic. The one that makes you go up real fast. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. The important part is that this is done here. And so now I can add... By the way, all the places that are all cobblestone will probably eventually be turned, at least partially, some of them will be turned into... some of them will be turned partially into stone brick. So I'll mix some stone brick in like I did with the roof of the guild hall. Like I did with the roof of the guild hall. I'll mix in some stone brick here and there. So that'll probably happen. I'm gonna get some stairs because I ran out. I'm also gonna like split this in half and make these all into stairs. That way I have lots of stairs and I don't run out of stairs. I can keep doing stuff like this, which means bing, bam, boom. And then I'm trying to make each like sectionary thing unique, so each time it goes up a floor, the way it goes up looks different each time. Just thought it would be a cool idea. I'm not super duper sure now though. Like I'm thinking that these are gonna be gone now, because originally I was like, oh, you know, that would be cool, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just testing out some ideas to make something that looks cool. Just want to have some cool builds. Who knows? This will be a cool area to test out some survival ideas. This is an interesting way of going about doing that. Bam. Bam. Luckily, everything is lined up quite well, so everything's been pretty much, for the most part, even when it comes to the logs and stuff. Although, speaking technically, I'm realizing this now, but this might be uneven, because the way this is lined up would be perfect for the wool. However, it wouldn't be good for the logos, the Gurren logons. It's not very good for the Gurren logons. Which, by the way, I think that came out in 2007. Pretty good. Also, Fooly Cooly, FLCL, came out the same year I was born, so that's cool. I have no... equally as much so... I had to watch Gurren Lagann. Every time I've ever watched Gurren Lagann, from start to finish, I've seen it like 5 or 6 times. Every time I've watched it, I found some new detail about it that I didn't notice any of the previous times. First time I watched it, it was a few years ago. Then the second time was a lot later, so I noticed a bunch of stuff I wouldn't have noticed as like an 11-year-old or whatever. And I mean, I noticed a bunch of extra details, so I was like, oh, that's cool. And then literally like a month or 2 later, I was like, oh man, I want to watch Gurren Lagann. And I watched it and noticed a bunch of extra stuff, and I was like, where was this? Does this show just progressively get more and more confusing? Like, there's so much extra details here that weren't here. Also, fun fact, I've never seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've never seen it. I want to. I've heard good things. I've heard it. I've heard some people claim it as the best anime, or at the very least, the anime with the best opening music, which I almost want to disagree with, but I can't. What's it called? Cruel Angel's Thesis? Yeah, A Cruel Angel's Thesis, I think is what it is called. It's really quite good. I mean, it's just... Like, I have some anime music I really like. Like, I like Again from Full Metal Alchemist. And I like The Hero from One Punch Man. Both really good, in my opinion. Really good. But, like, I don't know. You hear it everywhere. And people just automatically know. Even people that aren't anime fans know that song. They don't necessarily know what it's called. I didn't even know what it was called. But even people who aren't anime fans know what that song is called. And that's... Or, know of that song. Sorry. And I don't know. I think that's something to say. I think that when looking back on your accomplishments as a producer or, production company that made that show, that anime, I think looking back on that and hearing people say that it's acclaimed as the best anime song ever, I think that's a point in your life when you can be like, you know what, I didn't fuck up. Did pretty good there. Yeah. So like I said, I've never seen it. If somebody wants to send me a link where I can see it, I think I remember hearing something about it being in, like, copyright limbo, so nobody can buy exclusive rights to it, which is nice because exclusive rights suck, but it's also not nice because it means you can't find it anywhere. Or maybe you can. I only looked on YouTube, and then I meant to look in some other places online, but I didn't. So if you want to send me a link where I can watch Evangelion, I totally will check that out and get back to you on my opinion on it. I assume, I've heard good things, but I don't actually have an opinion formed on it. I might personally think it's really bad. Oh, alright. Alright. Oh, he left before I could say anything. Well, that's convenient for us, because it means we can sleep. I've been saying for the past few episodes that I might be losing my voice. Also, I'm noticing that you can just kind of see the mic in camera shot there. I'm gonna move that out. I don't know how long you've been able to see that. So we can get a quick look here at what my house is gonna look like. It looks pretty weird, but it kind of looks cool. I might not even change out any of that cobblestone. I think it looks cool. It's definitely different from, like, the normal steampunk style I would do with this. I have done steampunk builds like this in the past. I guess that's the style it is. That's the style it started as. I've done a lot of builds like this, and I normally stick to a template, but I tried doing a lot of different things this time with sizing and other different steps and such, and it turned out to be something pretty cool here. This top room is just crazy. Like, maximum level. This is going to be the last floor, by the way. On top of this, I'm going to put a crazy looking roof. I normally would just do like a spire roof, but I might do a, what's it called? Normally I would just do like a normal, like, triangle roof, but I might do like an elevated roof with some, like, blocks so it looks more steep. I don't know. The roof and the wool will probably be done either the next episode or the episode after it, because I already knew from the beginning that this was going to be at least a two-parter. So, because I've been recording for an hour now, by the way. So I think in the next episode I'm going to do the roof. And then once I've done that, I don't know. We'll see. but it doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. It looks weird, a little weird, but it's kind of cool. I think it's pretty cool. Of course, it's really saying something because a lot of my builds, when they're just in their basic form like this, where they've just been built, they normally look pretty bland and boring, and then I add a bunch of spice to them, and they look amazing afterwards. But to see a build in its basic, not even finished form look this cool means that once I add all the spicing and the detailing and stuff, this build has the potential to just be so good. It has the potential to just be amazing. So, yeah, I'm considering, what I'm considering is, because this waterfall already exists, building like a stone brick pipe that leads out and hits a water wheel on the back side of this that floods down into that pond instead. Put a giant windmill on the side. Who knows? We can add all kinds of stuff. It's not, we don't even have a roof yet, but the possibilities are just astounding. So, yeah, we can put in bridges, connector bits, rooms. We can have like a castle tower build off the side and go up and like bend into the side of the mountain or something. Who knows? I have already a bunch of ideas. It's a shame that we couldn't build it over here, but we could build like an actual house here, like an elevated cabin style house. It's not as towering as this, because this is a beastly tower right here. So anyway, I will see you in the next one. This is Hayden signing off, and I will see you in the Skyhawk wings. Remember to spread your wings, and of course, stay awesome. Bye.